The iPhone camera looks like someone has taken 10 pills. Just look at the two above the camera. Just like, oh!
That's about a pill and a half.
I'm just...
I wouldn't take 10 pills. All right.
No, you're dying.
Ready? Action. Or do we go action? So.
Action first. Do it again.
So. Action.
Second episode, baby.
Listen, what's up? Episode 2. We just finished up a sunset here in beautiful Ibiza. And you do have Ocean Beach right behind us.
Playing in the background.
And we know a guy that has a job there. We'll just say that for now. We know a guy that works there. We know a guy that works there.
Future guest in the future.
Future guest.
Very exciting. You guys will love him.
Great guy. Not going to spill the beans too much. So we were discussing CBD, Brody. And when I asked you, what does CBD stand for? What was your original theory?
Oh, this is how my brain works. When I first heard of CBD oil, it was actually kind of embarrassing. I thought CBD oil stands for oil that you buy in the Central Business District. That's how out of the loop I am. And then I realized CBD is something that's in marijuana and it's in like cannabis, whatever you want to call them. Like, oh, it's something to help you in your health. And then I'm like, okay, it's not something you just buy in the city. It's actually a type of healthy oil.
Central Business District oil is what you might think it's called if you're from Australia, where it's not legal yet. It's not really legal in Australia at all.
Actually, that's when I first thought about it in Australia.
It's basically an American thing right now. Not to claim it, but who legalized it? Germany's got a little bit of it. I heard Colombia has it. It's somewhat legal in Mexico. It's federally legal in America. So down in Australia, they call it Central Business District oil.
We don't. That was just me.
Just Brody.
Just
Okay.
Brody. Yeah, just me. Just ignore me.
To clarify, CBD stands for cannabidiol, which is one of the 400 and we'll say 500 known substances made by the cannabis plant. So it's just one of them, but it's one of the more important elements of the plant, extracting the non-psychoactive nature. As we just talked about the lube last time. CBD lube sells good at night. Late night in Vegas, people buy a lot of CBD lube. But the general purpose of CBD is much more therapeutic, health benefit. It's the best pain reliever out there without getting an addiction. It's for anti-inflammatory purposes. It's for calming you down, whether you're just stressed out, anxiety, or want to chill out without getting stoned. That's kind of what CBD is for.
Should get into it more.
Yeah, it needs to be legal in Australia.
I mean, the gummies are nice. Gummies they're my favorite.
I tried the gummies.
The gummies, they're
a guy
good.
who does not use cannabis, THC, we'll say. What do you think of the gummies?
They're tasty, and look, sometimes I've actually had a stomach ache. Or a bit of upset stomach, and they've helped.
It goes away a little bit, right?
It does. Don't they cure hangovers?
It helps with a headache. It's probably the best thing in the world for a hangover. I work in a shop in Vegas, so we see current hangovers in the store, and you could tell how bad they are, and I'm like, just take a heavy dose under the tongue, or eat like 3 gummies, which is gonna be about 40 to 60 milligrams worth, and they'll come back and thank me within like the hour. Oh, one lady came in with her friend, and she was just like, I can't go out. I can't go out tonight, like I'm fucked. And her friend's like, help her. She needs to come out and party with me. And so I was like, let's just do a double dose under the tongue, see how it goes, come back and buy it if you like it. And she came back in like 45 minutes, thanking me, ready to go party for the night. So it's not only a hangover cure, but it's a very fast one. I would recommend hydration as well, though.
Oh yeah, you got to drink a lot of water with everything.
I would think you need your electrolytes as well with a hangover. And you should properly eat some damn food before you start drinking, because that's usually why you get hungover. You show up to a new place. I've always been excited to get to, Mexico or whatnot. You start drinking right away, skip the food, eating is cheating, and then you wake up wicked headache, stomach, nausea, all the stuff CBD can solve. So if you do party, CBD does a few things for the partier, curing the hangover.
Especially tequila.
Especially tequila.
Down in Mexico, it's dangerous.
Or in the west end of Ibiza. If you look back there,
Oh, that tequila's disgusting.
you're almost
That is-
directly across from the dirtiest place in Ibiza, the west end.
No, it is the dirtiest place in Ibiza.
I only
is
partied
disgusting.
there 3 or 4 nights in the first season I was here, and I will never return. Whatever alcohol they're serving you was hatched out of hell. It's just terrible stuff. It goes down, it's cheap. It's like €4 a cocktail, but you always have this bone-crushing headache in the morning, and it's just a horrible place to go to.
Did you ever have that drink Martin always gets? That
is
something
it
bomb,
called?
not Skittle bomb. The Skitter bomb or something. Do you remember that drink he always has? It's like €15. It's mixed with everything in the world.
Oh, it's in the West End?
Yeah, that, you know the one I'm talking about?
The West End is definitely a place where there's like trap doors, and they will kick you in the tunnels if you're too fucked and send
they'll
you
close
off
the
on a
door.
ship. Shanghai, like Portland, Oregon. There's some seedy shit going on in the West End. And a lot of the young tourists don't
Get
want
sucked
to
in.
go venture to the big events on the island because of the cover fee. So you just, I'll just hit the West End. And it's a fucking terrible place to waste your night in Ibiza. I would honestly recommend never checking out the West End, so you don't even know exists. Besides the club Soul City, if you're a hip hop fan.
Even Soul City's not that good in itself. Like,
I don't want to knock it too hard because I got a buddy that throws parties there. But for
is-
hip hop
it is
on the
straight on the
island,
West End.
your limits, your choices are limited. So,
that's true.
but if you need a good like stripper bar in Ibiza, it's in the
Hey,
West
there's two
End.
strip clubs right next to each other,
It's in the West End.
and they compete.
Who was riding their moped? One of the boys was riding his moped down through the West End this morning, and we were like, "Don't." He's like, "Why is it all wet? Why are they cleaning it?"
Oh, that
I'm
was
like,
Rory. No, that was a scooter.
It's like they're cleaning it because they're cleaning the piss and the puke out of the damn place.
And
every
the
night.
glass.
Like, thank God they clean it. I mean, it would stink.
It does stink.
It's the kind of place you walk out of the bar and just piss on the wall first thing. Like it's that.
They piss
disgusting.
they piss on the floor there.
I mean, some people favor it because they don't like techno or house vibes and they want to get drunk.
No,
Right?
they want to get
so
fucked up. Seriously.
I don't
fucked up.
recommend it, but I've got friends that would highly recommend it, and I can't agree with that at all. But if you just want to get pissed drunk and not spend a lot of money, like go for
Look,
it.
if you're coming to Ibiza, a West End is just something to remind them of back home. The pubs and the bars of like the Friday and Saturday night. That's what it is. It's just in a warmer environment.
It's just
Because
like,
England and the whole of the UK and Ireland, which are separate. I know it's
I've
separate.
got pubs, but I would have a better time at a normal pub. These are just dirty places.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels like if Chinatown had a section in this city, it'd be the West End, and it's on a slope, kind of like most Chinatowns are, at least where I've been. Chinatown's always on a slope.
some Chinatowns in like the one in Melbourne. It's on like a
Is
nice
it?
slope. Yeah, and then you see all the restaurants and everything. It's like an upward road or a downward road.
Does China mean sloping road? Because if you go to Frisco,
China means sloping road.
San Francisco's Chinatown is just like this.
Oh, but they have heaps of slopes in San Francisco.
It's kind of
I've never
like a
been there.
bad city to give an example of a slope place, but are all Chinatowns on at least, I'd say 15-degree angle or steeper? Because it makes you feel like more drunk when you're walking up it. You're like, I
Where I'm
gotta get up to
from-
where I'm going to.
No.
Start at the bottom. If you do go to the West End, start at the bottom and then hike your way up. See if you can make it to the top.
Yeah, when you're fucked up, you can just roll your way down. Taxi! Taxi!
If you do want to watch a good bar fight, which, here in Spain, people aren't busting out guns, so you can watch the fights and enjoy them. Like, we're in America, you probably
Welcome to America.
want to fucking run because you might catch a stray bullet. But here in Spain, people don't pull out guns. And if anything, you're not really going to see people pull out knives, but it's possible. But you're not going to catch a stray knifing if you're pretty far back. So I've seen a couple good brawls in the West End, and once this big lad just wrecked some kid, and then security came in to grab him and stop him, and he just one-shotted security, and security wasn't a small guy. And after that, that was Rocky in the ring right there. He was just on fire, and I wanted to high five him, but I didn't want him to knock me out either. So I just watched the whole
He probably
thing.
would have. Like, high five.
Like, he was just
No.
in the moment of like punching things that were coming at him. So
He was probably on more than alcohol too.
it's probably coked up, but he won the fucking battle, man. Like, he took on the first kid. Security came up, grabbed him, he turned around, just one shot at him. Security's on the ground. Like, cool for that dude. Like, hell of a story the next day for him, man. Like, I bet he had a hangover though, because he was in the West End.
Oh yeah, stay away from the West End. Moral of the story: stay away from the West End.
West End is for piss drunks, and yeah, if you just want a shitty good time, I would rather.
That's a good way of putting it. A shitty good time.
Push it from like in a classier vibe, but on a budget still. The Golden Buddha.
Oh, Golden Buddha's a class restaurant.
Because the Golden Buddha, you will get $4 wines, $4 pints, €4, my bad.
Good quality food.
€4 pints. Cocktails are still going to be $11, $12. So if you want the cheapest cocktails in the island, go to the West End. And negotiate with the manager of the club in the front of the West End, because they'll get you on some sort of discount with the bar in there if that's really what you want to do to yourself. I look at it like a waste of a night. If I'm going to go hard in Ibiza and be screwed up the next day, I am going to venture to one of the major clubs. I just don't see the point of wasting a night in the West End. And things do shut at 3 a.m. where the West End used to keep it going till 7, 8 in the morning, I heard, in the old days.
There's more restrictions here now as the years have gone on.
Yes, yeah. Every year it just gets a little more pussy whipped on this island. The cops are pain in the fucking ass this year. Let's just say it. The cops are getting their job done much better this season, and
They're doing their job.
that means less fun for everybody here, right?
it's true.
Like, fuck off. It's Ibiza. And in Mexico, they encourage you to push it, and they want you to go drunk till 7 in the morning, spending more money. Where I guess the music's too loud here, but I think they're just tired of people like falling down drunk in the streets, maybe. But you live in Ibiza. Like,
In cat holes as well.
there's many places in this island you can go live. There's definitely K-holes at 7 a.m. and people just like walking like the Tin Man from, you know, the movie.
What, Robots? With Robin Williams? That's a good movie.
I was thinking Yellow Brick Road.
Oh,
What's the
yeah,
name?
I haven't seen that movie.
Alice in
I need to watch it.
Yeah, my Disney history is shit right now. I've been in Ibiza for a bit. But the thing is, first of all, if you live on this island and you don't like the party, then leave San Antonio and Bassa. There's like every other part of the island, there's nothing going on.
It's calm and
It's
it's
absolutely dead. Like, these people that live here, the seasonal sort of residents, we'll call them, they don't like the partying, but it's like, this island's been a party island since the Greek gods were visiting the place. I mean, the history of it, it goes way far back. So they could just move to a different part of the island and like come on the bus for work or something. I don't know. They throw a big fit. They think they want to shut the club scene down here, but it's like Vegas shutting down the casinos. Like, you're not going to have an economy with tourism if you...
Ibiza isn't Ibiza without the party scene clubs.
They protest to like shut
It's like
these
Vegas
clubs down.
isn't
every-
Vegas without the casinos. This is what makes Vegas Vegas.
Yeah, like, but the
It's
lights
what
are on.
makes Ibiza Ibiza.
I think Ibiza clubs should stay open 24 hours a day like they used to, and it would just generate more money. Like, that's the whole point of this like tourism-based place. So all the other parts of the island are quiet. I don't get it. Would you live in this central district if you didn't like partying?
Probably not.
If you're a
Because it's
resident of
split-
Spain
Well,
your entire life?
Ibiza, the island's actually for everyone. Because as you said, like, those remote places, all the people that don't like to party, they go there and live, and they have a peaceful life. They get up, they work,
Peaceful
or they're
life
retired.
here. You can have one of the more peaceful lives than you can have in America here.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you
And
stayed on the other side of the island for a
I've
few
stayed
days.
in the way BFE side of the island, and it's absolutely quiet. It's serene. It's just the moon and the stars and the ocean, cliffs, and stray cats like everywhere. But you don't hear music out there past like 10, 11 p.m. and very family-friendly resort area. So it's a funny mixture because Vegas, arguably is not family friendly much at all.
There's a lot of families there now.
There's a lot of family tourists, and that always just makes me go, what the fuck are you doing here with your kids? Like, to be honest.
On the Strip.
Yeah, like, why do you take your fucking little kids to Las Vegas for a vacation? It's just gambling and prostitution and just
Fat Tuesday.
all the things that make Vegas Vegas is nothing to do with children.
Fat Tuesday.
Circus is like 78 years old. Like, it's run down. There is a theme park there, but they got rid of GameWorks on the Strip. They got rid of Wet and Wild on the Strip. Like, take your kid to frickin' Six Flags, you know? Like, there's all these characters on the Strip, right, to take photos.
That's one way of putting it.
A lot of them, yeah, I'm going to talk about that right now. A lot of them are geared towards children, like Mickey Mouse and the Despicable Me's. And
Darth Vader, yeah.
Darth Vader and the
Spider-Man.
Superman. And, like,
Yeah.
dude,
Star Wars.
there's Hello Kitty. If you take the costume off of the motherfucker that is Hello Kitty, you would never let your child stand there and take a photo with this cracked out. All right, we're not getting into ethnicities here. Let's just say cracked out motherfucker. Like, you go to Vegas.
I've seen them.
You let your children take photos with these characters. There's a character inside of that costume.
I've seen what Mickey Mouse looks like underneath Mickey Mouse.
Is it not shocking?
I was like, oh, they hired this person?
Like,
I was like,
if crack
whoa.
pipes fit in the costume, I'd reckon this guy is using it currently while he's taking photos with your children. So I get like the cowboy thing and the women that whip you for photos out there,
Showgirls,
but
the cops.
these characters in these mascot outfits, they are one step away from the slums of just all cities in life. Like, you should not even stand near that costume. That costume's got to be full of filth. I'm pretty sure I've seen them do transactions of like a nefarious nature with the costume head off, just behind the Strip, like two bushes behind.
You've lived there long enough to see it all.
Have you seen the Transformer that can roll?
Yeah.
That's impressive costume.
Oh, that is cool.
He can turn into a car and get down on the ground and just like roll around. I mean, that's kind of cool. He's also a greaseball, though, at the end of the day. Yeah, Vegas is not for your children, and it's full of families. And it's like people out there smoking cigarettes and spitting and just, it's an adult paradise. Like, why do so many families go there? Is it because dad just, he's like, I got to bring the kids and I just want to go to Vegas? Do you think that's what it is?
Probably.
Or
Well, the
mom.
Vegas Strip is so attractive, and like down at MGM, you got like the M&M stores, a few kiddie things there,
Like a
and everything.
few.
Yeah, there's a few things, but that's down like the other end of the Strip. Whereas like Caesar's Palace and the Bellagio's are definitely more adulty, but they still bring them there.
Let's name everything for kids on the Strip. M&M Factory,
Coca-Cola, the Coca-Cola store.
Coca-Cola World,
Yeah,
which,
it's kind of cool.
fun fact, Coca-Cola World used to have a 4-story tour about the history of Coca-Cola, and you used to see like different experiences, like a museum, and then you would get to this end part where it was all the different Coca-Colas throughout the world. Like, not just different types of Coca-Cola, but the different Coca-Cola brand drinks. Italy always had the harshest taste. They were always
bitter?
a strong, like a weird one, yeah, like almost like a bit of vodka with soda water. It was rough. So that's gone. They don't have the tour anymore. M&M World is there. Below M&M World, Brody, you're aware of Marshall's?
Yeah, Marshall's
Clothing
store right there.
That used to be GameWorks.
Oh, that's where
The
game works.
elite of elite arcades on the planet when it was opened. There was a 4-story game where if you achieved the next level, you went up in a chair, like highest technology of any arcade system in the world, with like drinks and fun fare for adults, which did drive me to the Strip often as a kid. That's gone. It's a fucking Marshall's now. Like, it's despicable if you grew up there that some of the Marshalls, you took GameWorks and made it to a Marshall's. It also attracted me to hang
Get
out
your
on the
cheap
Strip.
shoes for going out tonight, Marshalls.
Yeah, cheap shoes. But it's a sad story because like that was a sick ass arcade, and I used to run it there at like midnight to 2 a.m. on the weekends as a kid. They would give you like a 2-hour unlimited play card for like $20, and if your friend's mom liked to gamble, she didn't mind just leaving you at GameWorks while she went and played, blackjack or whatever.
Megabucks.
It was cool as a kid. Like, it gave me an excuse to party on the Strip a little bit, and maybe I see why they get rid of it. But from my own personal experience, they should have kept it. But once again, I don't want families on the Strip, so take your kids somewhere else, like a national park or something. What is the good influence of bringing your child to Las Vegas?
Just, you see the showgirls, you see the cowboys.
Yeah, we've got showgirls like bare-assed out there on the Strip, like everywhere you go.
Well, that's their job. They're meant to be half naked.
Well, it's Vegas. Like they're allowed to do this. Like it's Vegas.
Yeah, they're meant to. But yeah, bringing your kids and seeing
your kids there.
I know. Then everyone has alcohol on the Strip. There's a big homeless problem in Vegas.
There's a massive homeless problem in Vegas. It's ridiculous that they just allow homeless people to run amok on the Strip. But I don't want to dive too much into that right now because it's a big what the F is going on.
Look, there's way better things to do with your families. Probably in your hometown, like go local camping. Go like, I don't know, maybe 100 miles out and you can go camping. It would be way better experience.
He's right. Like take your kids to like a river and light a campfire and roast marshmallows because you're not doing that in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
No.
Or like, I don't know, if you see like a really cool big river, like build a dam or something.
I mean, if you want your kids to end up like me in life, just take them to Vegas a bunch.
And they'll sell CBD in the future.
Yeah, I'm really good at like knowing when and not to gamble in life. All sorts of stuff. But yeah, Vegas in general, it's not geared to children at all, but we do throw a couple zip lines in there to confuse you, and there's like one roller coaster.
Oh, that's in New York, New York.
New York, New York. And I wouldn't recommend roller coasters in Vegas just because like
dodgy.
The maintenance is not standard to like a theme park. There's always been some issues. And the Stratosphere, do you know about the rides at the Stratosphere? Every single ride at the Stratosphere has malfunctioned in a major way before. And a lot of them spin or fall off the edge of the whole tower. So you're like 1,200 feet in the air.
What is the worst ride in Vegas to go on?
By far, anything at the Stratosphere.
All right.
Way more dangerous.
Can you think of something at the Stratosphere that's the number one worst? Like, what's the worst of the worst in the Stratosphere?
I mean,
what would you not go on?
I mean, the Big Shot is probably the best thrill for the risk and reward because you shoot way up in the air and you see the whole Vegas. But the one I think is the worst. It just teeter-totters over it's like, what's the point of this? Like, it's just teeter-totters over the edge of the thing. The car slides and stops like it's almost going to fall off the building. Oh. I'd call that the silliest ride.
I know that one. That is stupid.
That's just, it's not much like entertainment for like the risk.
The slingshot here, or one of the worst, or one of the scariest things to go on in Vegas. Which one would you choose? Would you choose the slingshot
here? And I did it twice. I mean, in Ibiza, you kind of have an excuse to go on one of these rides because you're fucked.
Going on there fucked would be scary.
If you're fucked and you get on the slingshot here, like you get a bit of a more head rush. So it's almost like risk reward. Reward's pretty high here. Risk is pretty decently on a slingshot ride anywhere. But this ride is connected to Earth, at the base of Earth, where the Stratosphere, all the rides are 1,500 feet, however tall the Stratosphere is. So when the rides of Stratosphere break, like, you're stuck over the edge of a death drop.
Yeah.
And they've had to fire marshal rescue people out of the seats of the spinning one over the edge, got jammed, and people were stuck there for like 12 to 14 hours. I mean, you're looking down at 1,200 feet below you, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend the rides of Stratosphere because it's the cheapest little rundown casino in Vegas managing amusement park rides. Like, you've got to factor in that they are the most budget of casinos on the Strip. So the maintenance guys can't be the best. Like, there's another ride where you like free fall down the side of the whole thing to the bottom, like a high-speed free fall. I would never do that one. Some people get excited about that stuff. There's a zip line at the Rio. Would you do that?
The Rio?
The Rio. Between the two towers, like over a parking lot. Woo, what a view. Yeah, there's a zip line at the Rio.
The Rio.
Another rundown, low-budget casino in Vegas.
Yeah, I know where the Rio is. The Rio to where?
There's the two buildings of the Rio, and you can just zip line across. And it's a death drop, too. It's 600 feet.
I'd rather do the one at Fremont Street. That seems like the best one.
Yeah, the one at Fremont Street, you got to figure like,
awesome.
you got the lights above you and the whole Fremont scene below you. So
That's cool.
reward is pretty good there. It's pretty good.
Yeah, and it's not too far from the ground, and the
Yeah, like
wires
if you
look...
fell, like you'd break a lot of bones, but chance of survival is there.
But
I'd
like, just
say.
like, yeah, the lights.
The
people.
lights, there's music, there's people. Woo!
Everything's happening on Fremont Street's incredible.
Somebody once whipped it out and took a piss while doing the zip line.
Oh,
on
really?
Fremont.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Give that guy a high five.
If you got
Make
leaked
it
on,
rain.
wait. Serious question. If you're on Fremont Street and you're drinking your beer and you're with your chick, or by yourself with the boys, like, and a dude comes by on the thing, yeah, high five, and then he takes a leak on you, do you chase him down and try to whoop his ass at the end of that ride, or do you let it slide that he just peed on you? You get a dribble, like it hits you in the face, it's on your shirt.
Depends how far he is from the finish line, and depends where I am. If I'm really at the finish line,
the
I'm
very
gonna wait for
front.
him. Yeah,
But you
the very
could
front.
hightail it all the way down, or you like, let's say he does it in like the middle half,
And I'm in the middle.
because you've got to like get on the ride, start going, and then so you're in the middle section, finish line's down there. He just pissed on you, or your girlfriend, or your best friends.
Oh, best friends, I'm laughing.
If the
Me,
boys-
I'm embarrassed. Girlfriend, I'm like, okay, that's not okay.
If I'm drunk, I'm running at full speed, busting through like the crosswalks. I'm screaming at the guy like I'm going to kill you, M or F'er. Like I'm drunk, I'm going to attack you at the end of this ride, and I'm going to look for maybe like like an ashtray to crush over his head, because that's a foul one. That's piss, man.
Yeah, I know, it's disgusting.
That's really like.
Did he get arrested? Do you know what happened to that guy?
Yeah, we can look it up. They should have arrested him.
Oh yeah, that's disgusting. That's like whipping it out and pissing on people.
Yeah,
that's public.
indecent. That's
It's
another
indecent.
reason not to bring your kids to Vegas. Guys are whipping it out on the zip line. So,
Oh yeah.
what about the giant, boring Ferris wheel we've got? What do they call that again? It's so boring, I forgot the name. The Link.
Oh, the Link.
The Link. It's one of those observation
The
wheels.
Link Promenade.
Observation wheel Link. It's a gigantic observation wheel like they have in London. It
London was way better.
I've never gone on it. It goes so slow, and I'm not gonna lie. Like the back view you get from there is just the east side of Vegas. Like
It's nothing special.
just sketching a lot of shit over there on the east side of Vegas. So the view's like not incredible. It's a very slow ride. A couple got arrested for having sex on there, right?
Oh, kudos to them.
Of course they went for it. Somebody had to. It's Vegas. And later on in life, the gentleman who was involved in that indecent act with his girl was murdered, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, true story. Yeah, he was involved in some sort of altercation where he got himself killed. So that was a wild
He probably
finish.
took on someone else's girl on the
He was in
Ferris
the
wheel.
news twice.
He definitely took on someone else's girl.
He had a high risk appetite, I will say. in life.
Adrenaline junkie.
Yeah, probably some sort of addictions and things. So what else about the rides in Vegas? The one in New York, the roller coaster, when it opened, broke someone's neck because the U, it does like a loop and a flip turn. And it was a little too fast. It was a little too fast. There used to be a ride at the Sahara, Speed. That was fun. It actually launched from like dead stop to like 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds. And it would whip you. And I once had my head forward and it cracked me back. Like, if you ever been on Superman, the ride at Six Flags in
We have
California?
Superman in Australia.
Does it launch off?
No, I don't know, but it goes 100 kilometers per hour, which
Yeah.
is
100 kilometers? That's not 100 miles an hour.
100 miles. That's 160 kilometers.
Yeah, we had a ride in Six
Those-
Flags. It was like the world record, 100 miles an hour
100
Superman.
miles, Jesus.
It is no longer available either because it was kind of dangerous.
Yeah,
too.
that is very dangerous. That's
This
very
one
stupid.
did this. It was straight up and then free fall back down.
Aw.
With magnetic, it was propelled by magnets though. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. That thing kicked ass. You got like 5 seconds of weightlessness on there. You could like float a ball in the air for a second.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That was cool. Have you done you haven't done any theme parks in America?
No, I didn't do any theme parks in America.
What are the theme parks like in Australia?
We have, so there's a place, so Australia have 5 states. There's South Australia where I'm from, there's Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, and Western Australia.
Repping for Wales, you know? It's a very
New
small
South
country
Wales.
in the UK. So. South Wales.
It's actually nothing to do with Wales. We just call it New South Wales. Basically,
Give Wales some fucking credit, all right?
I haven't seen many Welsh people out here.
Tom Jones comes from.
There's not many Welsh people out here this season. Not as many as I thought.
I think they're part of Brexit.
No, they are, but like
They
just
used to
on holiday.
visit. Yeah, I used to get some. They speak a crazy dialect of Welsh.
They
It's,
do. The language. But back to the other New South Wales.
Yeah.
So New South Wales, above it is Queensland. So Queensland have we have all like the theme parks. We don't call them theme parks, we call them the worlds. So there's Dream World, which is like kind of moviness and everything. There's also Movie World.
Dream World.
Dream World's pretty cool.
Sounds like.
But there's
Universal
Movie
Studios.
World, where we have
Movie
like
World.
Batman, Superman, like a parade with like Lamborghinis and Batman, Catwoman and everything.
All
And
right.
then we have a Police Academy show. That is
That sounds great.
unreal.
The Police Academy.
Yeah, little police academy show. So basically, when I went when I was a young
amazing.
kid, they get those. You know, in
Dreamland and Movieland are one park or 2 parks?
no different parks. So there's I think there's 5 theme parks.
like
There's
the same-
There's Wet and Wild, Whitewater World.
You have Wet n Wild.
Yeah, we
you
have
take
our
it
own
from
Wet n
Vegas.
Wild.
You stole it from Vegas.
Everyone
At least somebody got it. We got rid of it.
Yeah. So there's Wet and Wild. There's Whitewater World. There's Dream World. There's Movie World.
It's gotta be
And
Whitewater.
there's what's the 5th one? Yeah, Wet and Wild,
Wet n
Water
Wild,
World.
Dream World.
Movie World.
You got Astro World.
Oh, we don't have that.
That's Travis Scott.
That's Travis Scott album. Everyone knows
Careful,
that.
that's a. Sorry. Anyways.
We talk about that.
Yeah.
I forgot the other one actually. Did we have? I think it was SeaWorld.
Safari World.
No, SeaWorld. No, we
You
don't
got
have
Wet
Safari
Wild,
World.
Whitewater World.
Whitewater World, Movie World,
Whitewater
Dream
World sounds fun. I always loved
It's
the
basically
the
a
raft
new. It
ride
was new.
at-
So we have 2 water parks, and that's like a newer one.
Oh, it's just like more of a water park.
No,
Is
they're
it
both
like
water
those big
parks.
raft?
Oh,
You know those
ones.
big giant yellow rafts
Yeah.
that like everybody sits in a circle?
Yeah, apparently someone died in there one day. Like someone
Fell
got
off?
caught. No, someone got caught in like the water where it like stays, and I think someone drowned.
On the raft or
no,
off
no,
a
no,
raft?
in like because you know in the water like
Oh, you
stays
have
in
one of
there.
those spinning
The
ones?
swirly ones.
Yeah, we called that the Willy Willy.
We do have a slide called the Black Hole. When you go in there, it's pitch black the
We
whole
had the
time.
Black Hole in Vegas.
It's
That was a
amazing.
big one back in the day.
That was crazy.
When they opened up the Black Hole that went wild, that was like epic. Yeah.
But the one, like, I think Movie World was my favorite. So with the Police Academy, they get these little ramps set up with like the tires and a ramp, and then the car would go over them. And you know when cars like go on 2 wheels, and they
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah,
drive?
yeah, Police Academy.
Yeah. It's
They
so
bust
cool.
that every time, huh?
Yeah, they like shoot a dummy up in the sky and it falls on the roof. It's just so funny. It's an incredible show.
Is this comparable to like? Do you know the concept of Universal Studios?
Yeah. Universal Studios.
What is Dream World like?
I don't remember much of Dream World. There was a
Dreamland.
few. I actually forgot. It was a few things were shut when I went there. It wasn't that good when I went there, but a lot of things were shut on that day.
Was this during COVID?
Yeah, but like SeaWorld's just incredible. Whitewater World, Wet and Wild, and Movie World. I need to go back and actually check out those
SeaWorld
places.
pertaining to like whales and stuff, dolphins,
I don't know if there was
like
whales.
live animal acts.
Yeah, I think there was SeaWorld live animals. I don't think there was whales there. No.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
think they don't want whales in tanks anymore.
No, that's bad.
I think it's bad, but that was the big draw of SeaWorld. I wonder if they still have
There was
whales
a
at
SeaWorld in America?
Yeah, in San Diego.
San Diego. Oh, San Diego. SD rep?
I once took mushrooms with some friends on spring break in high school, and we decided to go to SeaWorld. And after 2 hours, I decided we needed to get the fuck out of there because I could not handle tripping out. With the animals' heads were like blowing up like balloons, and you're surrounded by families all around you. And I was just like, okay, dude. Like one of the guys was not tripping; he was mushroom free, and I was like, I gotta get out of here, man. Like I gotta
Should have
go
done
to
an
the
Irish
beach.
goodbye.
Well, it was a team effort thing. Like I think we should leave. He was like, yeah, really? I was like, yeah, we should get out of here. Just go to the beach. Wouldn't recommend psychedelics at theme parks when it's families there. Maybe if it's like that one day of the year, all the raver kids go to Disneyland. But yeah,
Disney rave.
not recommended at all. SeaWorld, it's a bit of animal. What would you say to the animals? It's a bit like. It's like they're pimping out the animals. Is it
You could
not?
say it's
They're
animal
kinda
cruelty. You can say that.
Kind of pimping the animals out. They're like, dance, motherfucker. Boom, you just paid $60 to watch that. Like, dance.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then they get, feed them some fish. Feed them some fish.
Like with the seals with bowls and everything. Then they feed them
Seals, those sea otters seem in nature to want to come up to where people are and bark for treats anyways. But other animals that swim a lot don't.
They need to be in the wild.
Yeah, I don't know about the dolphin thing, but they are entertaining. And there are talented animals. Like,
Oh, yeah, they train the dolphins for the dolphin show. That's pretty amazing.
do you see like the talent these animals have with the trainers? It is respectable. Like, they really know how to do a lot of tricks.
But they would take care of those dolphins, 100%.
It's incredible how many like things these sea animals can. They hear language from us, or no? I think I did the dolphin
Yeah, it's like
thing
dogs.
once.
They understand sit, they understand walk, they understand food, they understand stay.
I don't walk
They
on
do.
water. I did the dolphin experience once, and the dolphins are actually not guided by what we say, but by hand movements.
Ah.
They understand the movements. They're guided by the hand movements. The trainer's
Really?
saying like bark or jump or high five, but
It's to help the humans like to
it's
get
to
in.
let us know what they're doing. But honestly, it's like the hand motion is what the dolphins
Yeah.
are trained by.
That's pretty
'Cause
cool.
I was like, how do they understand what we're saying? You know, they're not. Well, I guess they are mammals. Live in the ocean. It's crazy. SeaWorld, Dream World. Don't recommend it.
Last time I was there, I was like 10 years old. I need to go back. We'll have a part 2 when I'm back.
All right.
One day.
Skip Dream World. What about the water parks in Australia? Like,
Oh, they're incredible.
sick ass rides.
They're incredible. Actually,
Big rides.
to go off water parks to see like animal shows, if you go to Darwin, you can like rent out a boat with like obviously trainers. There's a thing called crocodile jumping. So you get on this boat, you go on this
Crocodile
river.
jumping?
Yeah, so you go in this river.
What?
It's really cool. So you get in this boat, you go on this river. It's muddy as, so you can't see anything.
Yeah.
You're seeing all these crocodiles swimming around. Like if you fell in there, there's like 10 crocodiles jumping and you're ripping you apart in seconds.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm
These are real
making-
crocodiles.
Yes, there's crocodiles in Australia.
You go in a river full of crocodiles.
We're
This is like
Australian.
Florida. Yeah. Lay down
Yeah,
under.
you have alligators.
I mean, you guys had created the crocodile hunter, did you not?
Oh, Steve Irwin, rest in peace.
What a legend.
Crikey, mate. Crikey.
What a legend, that guy.
You know
Rest
what?
in
He
peace.
was a symbol of Australia.
He did not get. Let's not worry about the end of his life. He was bad fucking ass.
He was a bad motherfucker.
He was the baddest
That's what Samuel
motherfucker.
Jackson would
Like,
tell him. He'd say he's a bad
I've
motherfucker.
never seen a human so badass.
It's
I
pretty-
mean, you could take the toughest cage fighter in the world. Tell him to go like wrestle down not only a crocodile,
not wrestle, but like go stand next to a crocodile.
but like he'd catch like pythons and rattlesnakes and like quite an eclectic motherfucker when it comes to catching animals.
Yeah, I know.
Like he had caught them all.
He just loved wildlife. He
Barehanded.
was so passionate.
Barehanded. Aussies, wild people. I've been around them a lot, and they're balls of steel.
No, thank you.
Big fucking balls of steel.
But anyway, back to the jumping crocs. So you get in a boat with like random people. You can book it, and then what the trainers do? They get this big pile of meat. Like it's actually buffalo meat. Apparently buffalo's really tasty, but
Wow,
that's another
buffalo.
subject. Buffalo meat and obviously beef, and they get it like on a fishing hook, and then it's like this big chunk, and there's bone as well, like a big chunk. They put it up there, and then the crocodile just is like, so it goes under. You can only see its nose, and then it jiggles up like this, like, and then it catches it. It like shoots. It's like wiggles
Just a
up.
little fucking snake motion.
Yeah, it's like a snake motion.
They're
and-
reptiles.
Oh, bro, you should see when it
crap.
snap. So
But they fight over it, right? Like
Yeah.
they all want it.
no, it's one at a time. Or sometimes
King
two.
Croc goes up first.
You can't tell who the king croc is, but
They're all
so
beasts.
me and my family, my mom, my dad, and my brother, we went to this museum that had like a crocodile made out of like iron or metal, and it was a demonstration how hard a crocodile can bite. So what they did,
metal.
No, like there's a crocodile, I don't know material, but it is an accurate representation of how hard it can bite.
pressure, the
so the
teeth.
crocodile's like this. They put
Yeah,
this.
they
They put
could
the
open their mouth up like,
yeah. They put the thickest piece of ice I've ever seen in my life. Like, you probably couldn't pick it up. It's like massive. And then it's like they're counting down, like creating tension. 3,
It's a piece of
2.
ice.
Yeah, it's like massive. Like, you could not break. If you try to karate chop it, your hand is gonna
Yeah,
break.
you're just,
No, it's gonna
the
like
ice will
be.
just
It's gonna be
hold
like.
your ass.
It'll be like John Jones just like.
Ice
Just
breaks
send
more
your
bones
hand to
than,
another
like,
dimension.
The Terminator.
So in like 3, they're doing 3, 2, 1. The crocodile mouth slammed down. It's the biggest noise you hear in your
Crushes the
life.
ice.
Oh, it melts the ice like butter in a microwave. Just goes straight through it. I'm just like, wow.
Wow. How thick is this ice?
Oh, bro, it was like
This is like a solid.
it was like a
piece of
solid
ice.
thick block, and just bang.
Dang. Like even if you took a baseball bat and
Oh, the baseball bat would
Crushed
break
it?
probably.
like a metal baseball bat.
Oh, metal baseball bat would be like
Wooden baseball bat, you might break it.
You would break it.
Metal baseball bat, like you'd get a chip out of it.
No, if you did a
But
metal.
you wouldn't even probably crack the whole thing.
If you did a metal baseball bat, that pressure would probably come in your hands. You know when you hurt your hands?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, ah!
That's the worst thing
Yeah.
about playing baseball.
Oh, it's terrible.
And you're at the batting cages and you just get your hand just
But honestly,
fucking warped.
crocodiles are way more scarier than sharks.
Because you see the power of the bite.
Well, no, but can sharks come on land? Do you know how fast crocodiles can run?
No, sharks cannot come on land.
No, I think, nah. We know that.
Nah, like
The earth is
they
flat.
can get
The earth
like
is not flat.
4 feet on the land and.
Oh, yeah.
But that's about.
But they
it.
don't come out that far, they're too big. But crocodiles, they can run up to 17.
They got legs.
They can run up to 17 kilometers. You know how fast that is?
It's like a fucking shark with
That's
legs.
faster than Usain Bolt, I think.
How many kilometers an hour?
17 kilometers. That's fast.
Usain Bolt can run faster than 17 kilometers.
Only in 100 meters. These guys can, look at all the power crocodiles.
But I
got behind
understand
them.
the power of a
Yeah.
reptile. Like,
But so if you see a
it's
crocodile,
a big reptile.
the
They're
best-
the biggest
yeah.
reptiles there is.
well, they're
besides,
the
like,
oldest. They're the cousins of
besides,
dinosaurs.
like those anacondas.
But they're the oldest living creatures. They're,
They're
the
like
cousins of
300
dinosaurs.
million years
Yeah.
old.
But have you seen the prehistoric
die.
crocodiles in museums? Have you seen how big they were? Just like 10 times bigger than
even bigger.
the prehistoric ones.
Yeah.
It's like longer than a plane. It's like-
Imagine the original humans who succumbed to the big gators.
Do you reckon humans were bigger back then in prehistoric
I
times?
do, yeah. I was actually
Do you reckon we were
talking to
bigger?
some biblical believers, and in the old history of man, according to the Bible, humans were really big, tall beings. And there's actually been some evidence of bones of giant, like 15 to 18 foot tall human figures.
Yeah.
But
Kind of
if-
like Amazonian woman, but for like for men. You know how like they talk about
so-
Amazonian women, but like Amazonian men as well.
I
That sucks.
think the scientific purpose or reason behind this, what I heard is, there's more oxygen in the atmosphere in the older days, making all life bigger. Plant,
Well, we polluted this fucking earth.
fruit. Like we've been probably sucking the oxygen out of it one by one.
Well,
right?
we're polluting the earth with all the, modernity. We won't get into.
I feel
that.
like the oxygen level's been low since before we invented like modern technology. We'll say the age of industrial revolution. Like there was more oxygen in the atmosphere when the dinosaurs were here. We'll say
100%.
The dinosaurs are
It was
massive.
cleaner.
Bugs were massive.
Oh yeah.
Like caterpillars and stuff this big. So I just think the Earth over time, we might run out. Maybe if we're at a slow trajectory of running out of oxygen. But I feel like thousands of years before we even found oil out of
Millions.
the ground, the oxygen levels started to become lower. But millions of years ago, yeah, things were bigger.
Yeah.
So if it
Way
just
bigger.
takes more oxygen to just pump more oxygen. in it.
Oxygen, water, sunlight breathes life.
Let's just do a quick check on this one. Oh yeah, we're good.
We're good.
44.
Nice.
So
Second episode, guys. Got to check up on it.
yeah, if you noticed in the first episode, there's no video. So
Hey, we got to start somewhere.
we're just
That's okay.
figuring it out, you know.
You
We're
got to
just
figure it
figuring
out as you go along.
I figured out after we recorded the first episode that the camera cut at 12 minutes. So I don't recommend using a DSLR normal camera for video after that experience. It could have been the heat. It could have been a couple things, but it
was a
didn't
couple
keep
things.
recording after 12. And I did a test in here the other day, and it just 10, 12 minutes. It doesn't do much.
Okay, yeah, DSLR. It's all right.
Don't recommend a Rebel T6 for video.
Need a video camera. definitely.
Amazing for taking still photography, though. Just a beautiful shot. Actually, we were talking about taking some photos for the podcast. We should use that camera.
For the logo?
Because I bought all those lenses, and they're kind of...
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not bad at photography. I can take them for you.
Yeah.
We'll do it against that white wall. So it's like on a chair. It'd be so easy. Like a white wall. Then then like the person whoever we'll make the logo with, he'll crop it out and he'll just take easier. Yeah, just the white wall.
I love a good background, but obviously we're getting a different type of photo done.
Yes.
So
we're getting the photo.
Logo coming soon. Probably by episode 3, 4. Definitely by episode 5.
Oh, definitely by episode 5, 100%.
Turn around episode 6 at the latest. I do want
absolute latest.
I wouldn't mind cranking out episode 3 tomorrow, if possible. Going to DC 10 tomorrow night though. Exhale, Amy Len's opening party. So
before you go.
Before I go, because you don't go out till about midnight here anyway. And if you get free
I don't
entry,
go out at all.
2 a.m. DC 10 is the raunchiest club on the island. Off on a tangent, but yeah, I mean, out of all the clubs here, it's got one of the biggest hypes, draws the crowd, best talent, biggest names in the DJ world.
So many good events.
The vibe is amazing. The size of the room is smaller, but maybe that's what builds the vibe. The outdoor area is amazing. We are not allowed to have music outside anymore. Like, the rules are getting ridiculous. Noise complaints, and it's by the airport.
Yeah, is there any residents there?
Fuck, does that make any... Do you know what airport's loud?
Really?
In life, airports are one of the loudest parts of the city. So usually, you know, the people don't live by the airport because of the noise. DC 10 claims to be getting noise complaints. It's an old airplane hangar, so... I just don't think they pay the cops enough money. Because that's kind of how things work.
Yeah.
Ibiza,
Especially around here.
Cops probably want too much, though. They're probably
asking
juicing them for like
more.
hundreds of thousands of dollars a night or something. They're like, listen, like, we're just running a club here. Like, we don't make that much, you know? Noise complaints by the airport. Anyways, here's my grime with DC 10. The fucking toilets. They even remodeled the place and added new toilets. There used to be a lack of toilets. It was just like... for 6,000 people, like one restroom.
Oh, great.
Now they've expanded it, but damn, does it feel like it feels like a public park bathroom mixed with like a high school locker room, and it's nothing nightclub about it. You've been to nightclubs in Vegas?
Yeah.
You've been to Excess?
Oh, Excess is beautiful. That's my favorite club.
How are the bathrooms at Excess?
Oh,
clean.
clean.
It's like pissing in excellence, right?
Clean.
Like,
So
you'd almost
clean.
want to hang out there for like 20 minutes. Just
Well,
talk to the
especially
guy.
when they're like giving you paper towels.
Guys who work in the
Like,
bathrooms in Vegas are...
Yeah. They got their suits, they give you a mint, they give you more, you tip $1, you can take 5 mints. It's like, they're lovely to talk to.
Actually don't have that at all in Ibiza, do they?
In the bars, like Lineker's and
Maybe
Inika, they do that.
Amnesia, yeah, Cologne, but the bars have it. But
Yeah, the bars do it at night.
you know, Vegas nightclub, like you go in the bathroom, you can get a cigar, you can probably get a condom, you can get a breath mint, you can get all
anything.
types of cologne.
Yeah.
Adult entertainment clubs in Vegas, same thing. Like the bathroom attendants got what you need when you need it, cigarettes, cigars, like they
got it on
treat you
lockdown.
good. They'll tell you jokes. One of my best people I used to have is the bathroom guy at Dre's in the epic era of Dre's. So the fucking bathrooms at DC 10 are just shitholes. Like, you feel like
What has the worst, but did they have the worst bathrooms?
it's like a college locker room, but like even shittier.
Yeah.
You just, for a club that's one of the biggest draws on the
The
island. like,
restrooms at
what
Ushuaia,
about
they
Ohio?
look like
Restrooms
a
at
gym.
Ushuaia was beautiful.
They're pretty good, but
It
it does
sounded
look
like
like
a
a
waterfall
gym.
in there.
It does like a little bit like a gym.
Well, because of the way the mirrors were set up.
I know, but it is a nice
they were
bathroom. It's
classy
quite clean.
gyms.
Yeah, it was. It's like
Dude,
a high quality
The
gym.
urinals like have like a waterfall effect at Ushuaia. Like, you're like, oh.
We all know the best bathroom though.
The best bathroom is
High.
at High, of course.
High.
The Wild Corner. The Wild Corner at High.
The wild bathroom
is
of High.
a DJ
The
in the
best
middle of the bathroom
in the world. Oh, that's...
with a wall of like black. There's 2 black walls, which are basically the doors into the restrooms. And it's like a mixed, boys and girls. You just go in. There's a DJ. There's lighting on the roof. I mean, there's a good fucking DJ in the bathrooms at High.
Sometimes the Martinez brothers even played in the bathroom once.
The Martinez brothers played in the bathroom for sure. I watched that all the time.
I think Skepta did it.
You'll get major names in the bathroom at High. Sometimes the music in the bathroom at High is so good, I'm just like, I don't want to leave right now. Like, guys, let's just stay in here. And it's like a little bit tight-knit, so you're kind of forced to just get down with everybody.
Oh, it's great.
And then you're waiting for the bathroom door to open, and like you have no fucking clue. And then somebody just pops out of this like seemingly like black wall.
I know.
And you're just like, oh, I forgot. Yeah, there's a toilet in here. So it's amazing. And then you go to DC-10, and it's just trash. You feel like you left a good party to go take a shit in the alley, and like I think a lineup of porta potties would be equal in like design character for the DC-10 bath. They're just shitholes. I don't know. It really pisses me off going there. There's no tray to put your drink on when you're in the bathroom. You got like a soap dispenser, like freaking McDonald's, like a gas station bathroom.
Oh.
It's rough. It's rough. DC-10, like literally, get your shit together. Get your shitters together and at least paint them black or something. It's white in there. It's really awkward when you're in a club and you're all off your shit. You're off your shit. You don't want to walk into a white, bright room with like no music on.
You trip out.
It's just scary going in the bathrooms at DC-10. Anyways, go in there tomorrow night.
We'll get an update if the bathroom's nicer.
I'm gonna take a video to show you like the difference between this and High. Because it's just night and day, and I think DC-10, like, they can afford a better bathroom setup. I mean, they might, if they heard this, which they won't for a couple seasons, they might exclude me from going into that club. Clubs
You're paying €100 now.
Yeah, no, clubs here, like, if they find out they don't like you, like, it's like when you couldn't go to, like, a cool kids party in high school. You show up to, like, the Jocks football party, and you knock on the door, and they're like, you fuckers ain't coming in here. Like,
you weren't invited.
I've got a few friends banned from clubs here, and like they remember them out of the thousands of people that come in the door every day. Like they're like, nah, not you. You're banned. Go. And you're like, damn.
Shit.
Vegas doesn't really remember you.
No, they just want your money.
I've been 86 from
they just want your money.
So many places in Vegas. I could go back to all of them. Like,
you got money? Come in.
I've been 86 from Dre's, MGM Resorts, Caesars Resorts, Wet Republic. A lot of places. And if you just wait a little while, like they don't fucking remember you. So, what else were we gonna discuss? This crocodile thing with the teeth though. On the chunk of ice, they just collapsed the whole thing.
Well, it's basically, the crocodile's like that, and it's a thing that they turn and then it goes bang. It just melted the ice like butter. It's like, so it was demonstrating how powerful a crocodile bite is.
I mean, if your limb is nothing compared to the strength of an ice chunk.
No, it would cut it clean off. It's like how pigs, they actually eat bone like butter. Like pigs will go through like human bones, any bone like butter, because they're teeth. Ooh. It's just like a crocodile. It will take it clean off.
Like you get your hand bit by a pig, you're gonna lose a finger.
Oh, easy. It'll cut it clean off. It'll be like, it would hurt like fuck though.
Like what happened, man? Pig bite.
Pig bite.
Working up on a farm.
What are you eating tonight? Pork chop. I got the fucker back.
You're almost eating your own self at that point. Though.
Yeah. Oh, I found a finger in here.
Like
That's
he ate my hand and I ate his bacon.
Yeah.
You kind of just ate your own hand.
He ate my hand and now I'm eating his ribs. Pork ribs.
They do say in the movies, if you want to get rid of a body, just feed it to the pigs.
That's true.
Like we've heard that many times in the movies. So. Ooh.
Or feed it to a crocodile.
What if you were fed? What if the mafia got you right? You owed them money. Back in the Vegas days, you just robbed the casino. They catch you, they beat you, pulp. You're not dead yet. You're just beat up. But
badly.
They throw you in a wild pig, feral pig
They haven't
farm.
eaten in 3 days.
Yeah, they haven't eaten in days, so they don't care. And they're just breaking your bones as they rip your flesh apart. Ooh.
Painful death.
Oh, I'd rather get shot in the back of the head, right? Like anybody would.
Oh, that's painless.
Just quick, bang, boom.
But that's too kind to them.
Pig biting death. You think the mob ever had like a pool of sharks? They're just like, this motherfucker, we're gonna cut him open, get him bloody.
Oh, in Vegas, they just take you out to the desert, make you dig your own grave. And
Yeah, Vegas, I don't know. Well, I don't know if they go the length of the sharks, but let's say the mob in like on the coast.
Miami?
A really rich mobster like has like a shark pit in his house in Miami.
Or hire, put a shark.
Feed him to the sharks. I would love, if I was a mobster, I would love to kill people that way. Like, feed him to, I fed Louis to the sharks, you know?
Or they would just take you on their boat and just send you out into the deep blue ocean, and the shark's definitely going to drag you underwater and you're fucked.
Well,
You'll never get, it's
they don't
probably
want
easier
you to
get
die
rid
by
of it.
drowning, right? So maybe they would keep you afloat. They put floaties on you. Life jackets.
They'll probably spray your blood, throw blood on you so the
and
sharks
then
can
slice you open.
Yeah, slice you
Don't let you drown, because you drown in a few minutes. It's a peaceful death. You want to watch this person. Oh, fucking leg got ripped off. So stronger bite, alligator or shark?
Or I'd say crocodile, alligator.
You got sharks in Australia?
Yeah. We got sharks on the coast. Like in Perth and Western Australia, surfers have got to be careful because the west coast, the massive great white sharks come from South Africa.
Ooh,
they travel
they've been traveling
the whole
far.
world. They travel the whole world. These sharks.
That's insane, right?
Well,
Humans can't travel the world.
Yeah,
You're
we
not
go on
gonna
planes.
swim.
No, we can't swim the world.
It's like physical strength of a human. Like most of us can't walk the earth.
We're frail. We're frail as humans.
Swim across. These sharks travel the world.
Yeah, well, they can't not move. If they don't move, they drown.
Yeah, the funny thing is why
Fish have to move.
I learned that you shouldn't be too favorable to shark tanks in captivity. Sharks in captivity, they're swimming very fast because they're fucking running out of breath, man. It's pretty cruel. They got to swim fast to breathe, and the shark tanks are small, so it's a bit of a head fuck. There's a shark tank in Vegas at the Golden Nugget.
Oh.
It's entertaining, and there's a water slide that goes through
there.
it. Woo! I used to support things like that, but I feel bad if you're struggling to breathe your whole life, swimming in a fucking aquarium. Maybe not nice. Maybe not the nicest place to put a shark.
But no, there's definitely sharks in Australia because we're on the biggest island in the world. Those waters, especially the east coast, but especially the west coast, you get these massive 9, 11-foot sharks coming all the way from South Africa. And even when we get Martin on the podcast, he'll probably talk about the sharks from South Africa.
South African sharks.
Well, the sharks that hang around like
Aussie
Africa.
Sharks.
It's crazy. Like hammerhead sharks, like they're massive and they're aggressive. They're hungry though, because they think we're seals. Sharks eat seals, and they think we're seals. Sharks
Like,
don't know
sorry.
we're human. Yeah,
Like,
they think we're seals.
Smelled like fucking dirty seal to me.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
All I saw was like seal body.
But yeah, crocodiles. See, with crocodiles or alligators, there's two types of crocodiles. There's saltwater.
Yeah.
there's
There's crocs
freshwater
and alligators,
crocodiles.
right?
But I think
Oh, there's two types of
saltwaters are
crocs.
the worst because saltwater can go in freshwater. Freshwater can't go in saltwater. I think that's right. Don't quote me on that. It might be the opposite way around.
We do need to do a little more research before we discuss these topics.
Yeah. Don't come after us.
Florida native could explain this though, real quick.
But basically, there's some little waterfall. You know when you go swimming in a waterfall / lake? I'm sure you have that in America. Little wooded waterfalls.
Who doesn't love
So
it?
in Darwin, in Australia, which is like up north, where it's like 30 degrees the whole year round.
38 degrees?
No, 30 degrees.
Still, that's warm.
So it's humid too. There are signs that they
summer
put
here
out,
out
I
here.
believe, during the winter, because in the winter it rains a bit more, and the ocean connects back to like the river or like the lake.
Yeah.
And that's when crocodiles can get in and swim, so it's all closed off. So in the summer when it doesn't rain,
comes in, they swim up.
Yeah.
They're like, there's some
crocodiles don't
good
go on
eating
land.
in winter, baby.
Yeah.
I'm
They have
coming up the
signs
river.
up like don't swim here because crocodiles
But
might
you
be
swim there in the summer.
Yeah, because it's disconnected because the water.
What
it
if a
doesn't
couple
run.
crocs like
They
decided
can
to
sneak
stay?
in. Yeah, they can sneak
They
in.
decided not to leave for
But
the
they're
winter.
usually saltwater crocodiles, and they need to go back to the salt water. That's what I
they're
said.
like, fuck.
Salt can go into fresh.
I need the salt.
Fresh can't go into salt.
Think about that.
But they're both
saltiness.
deadly. But if you see a crocodile,
Crocodile versus alligator, like
do you know the difference?
off the top of my head, no.
So a crocodile has like more of a straight snout like that.
Yeah.
An alligator has more
Like
of a
the blunt
like a
snout.
boom and a rounded snout.
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
Strength-wise.
They're the same family. It's like a leopard and a cheetah.
Right.
Exact same family. But if you apparently what I heard, if you see a crocodile near the water, just run inland. It might chase you a little, but they don't go far inland because they need to stay near the water. Crocodiles don't travel
Yeah, you
too
see
far
where they
in.
do these like bolts, like
And then they
10
stop.
meters at most.
Yeah, then they
They're just
stop.
like, and they're like, all right, I fucking know.
But
I'm
have you
going back
seen
in
like
the
how
water, bro.
apparently crocodiles, they can get their heart rate down to 1 beat every 30
Yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
They're cold-blooded
they
creatures.
sleep.
Do you know? Have you seen crocodiles
They
Dundee?
can like go days without doing anything underwater, but they do need to breathe.
Yeah, they breathe a little.
But they're able to stay underwater for like days.
But do you know, like, apparently there are some knives that can't pierce a crocodile because their skin is so strong.
They can live for a long time
Oh,
because
yeah.
of this. Like they use like so little energy. Like I'm gonna take a nap.
For 3 days.
Later, 4 days later, like I need to breathe.
I need to eat.
I'm gonna go back down for 4 days. Yeah, they can lower it to what, 1 beat per minute?
No, 1 beat per 30 seconds. That's what I heard.
2
Maybe.
beat per minute heart rate.
Yeah.
We're running at like 80 to 100, 120 sometimes.
I know. We're frail as humans. Fragile.
We're pumping. We're pumping. You ain't gonna get a human down to 2 per minute.
No, you die.
Fucking dead.
Yeah, you die.
Croc can just go into like.
Yeah, but we're warm-blooded creatures.
Kick
They're
it
cold-blooded. That's why when it's cold, they don't move. But when it's hot, that's when they move. Like, okay, I'm feeling
What
warm.
if we just went into like cold hibernation? We just like every winter humans just kind of slowly said, okay, and I'll see you in the spring. And we just froze.
It's probably what
for a
Elon
while.
Musk is trying to do.
We just,
in a way.
we just stopped for like 4 months, and then we all wake up like, oh shit, I didn't realize I was like hanging out with you when I went into hibernation.
Oh, yeah.
Like, shit. Next year I'm gonna make sure I go to hibernation somewhere a little nicer. And then like people in warm climates like don't hibernate, and then like the Canadians are like hibernating all the time. Kind of
Oh,
thing.
yeah, it's freezing there.
Like I've been hibernating for 7 months.
Imagine, like,
Just
it's
coming
like,
out of it. My beer's still cold.
it's minus 20 degrees. You go into the woods and you see a bear. Now, that would be scary. See, they got different things. Bears, moose, elk, deer.
Those can run and get you on land.
Oh,
they're
they
not
will
gonna.
fuck you
You're not
up.
gonna go 30 fucking yards from the river
A
and
bear
escape
sees
a bear.
you are fucked.
I seen a couple videos of people looking at bears lately on Twitter, and they're like, "Oh, look how cute that bear!" I'm like, dude, even though you're like maybe even in a building behind glass, like you better get the fuck out of there.
They will come after you.
These guys were construction worker builders in Russia, I believe, and they were filming these 2 bears. It was a little baby bear kind of and another baby bear, and then the mama bear showed up.
Oh.
It's not a good ending to the story, man. 3 of them passed, and like the others were in the hospital.
Oh, they got molded.
They did not
got ripped.
show any fear. They just were like, oh, look at the bears, you know? And like, how stupid can you be?
Yeah, because the mama bear thought they were like probably trying to get them or something. Yeah.
Dude, that mama bear showed up. They kept filming for like 10 seconds, and then she lunges towards their direction, and that's all you see, and the news report is a news report. If you see a bear in the wild in Oregon, I have it in my phone, you're supposed to like, okay, cat predators, you do not make eye contact. Because like when you make eye contact with a cat, they're like, "Yeah, you want to kill me? I'm going after you." I think the bear, you actually do intend to make eye contact.
And keep eye
I
contact.
think you stand still.
That's so
You
hard to do.
don't run.
That's so hard to do. Fuck. You have
You
shit running down
stand
your leg.
still. Because if you run, they want to catch you.
Yeah.
And you make noise. And you wave your arms.
Really?
That is like bear defense. And you should have bear spray on you.
What's bear spray?
And fire a gun in the air if you can. Boom! Scare them. You're trying to scare the bear away. Like, you've got to be mentally stronger in that moment.
Than you ever have.
Scare the bear. And not be scared of the bear, or you will get killed. So, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, see, some people get too scared they would start shooting at the bear.
See, they say not to shoot the bear itself, because if you injure these wild animals, they get pissed.
Oh, yeah.
And they will attack on that notion as well. So you want to fire, but not direct at them. or catch them heading right here. But I don't know, man. They might just wear like 6-7-year bullets and keep coming at you.
Yeah, true.
Bears, I've seen some bear skeletons on this trip to Canada we just did, and like, you're talking a big giant head, man. This is like big jaws. Big bear. They got bears in zoos in Big Bear where you snowboard. Giant claws on the hand. Just, you're not surviving.
No.
You might as well try to kiss the bear, because that's the last thing you got. Like, give me a hug, big bear, motherfucker. Take a bite out of it while he's taking a bite out of you.
You know what's funny? Like, it says humans were the top of the food chain, but if you put us in the wild, we are the lowest of the food chain. The only reason why we're the highest is because we've captured all the animals and we've like contained them and killed them in zoos.
We just know how to create a
weapons.
weapon.
We have weapons of like mass destruction and actual like small weapons. That's why we're the top of the food chain. If you put us
without gunpowder,
if you
really
put
not
us
at the top
fist
of the food
fight with
chain.
a bear, we're fucked. If you put us with a shark in the water, we're fucked.
I mean,
shark
even
in the
with
water.
like many sharp tools, like you're gonna lose the fight with a bear.
I truly believe in the wild, humans are the lowest of the food chain. We are so sensitive. If we eat one bad berry, we'll get poisoned and die.
Yeah, like a bug infection. We can get a cut.
Water?
We can get a cut before many modern things like alcohol.
Imagine drinking food from poisonous water.
You can't even do
like dirty
people
water.
used to just drive from drinking water.
Yeah.
Drinking water, the thing you need to do all the time, it just kills you. We can't handle it. Bacteria.
We are so sensitive as humans.
I don't know how we made it. I don't know how we made it without all the stuff we have now.
Oh, you got medicine now, like advancements in medicine technology.
You used to just like literally trip, fall in the forest, cut yourself.
Infection.
Get an infection and you're dead.
Yeah.
I fell. I died a few weeks later.
And it's a painful, slow death. It's not a fun death.
Oh, my leg's like falling off.
I feel funny.
I'm sick. I just fell and cut myself chasing, food. That's why the rest of us that are here are the descendants of some of the strongest survivors.
Well, it goes back to, you know who Charles Darwin is?
Yeah.
I still need to read, I forgot his book that he wrote, Origin of the Species.
Yeah.
It's not the strongest that survive, it's the most adaptable. A bug that stands out on a tree will get caught by a bird, and the bug that blends into a tree.
Yeah, some of these bugs change colors.
Yeah. It's not the strongest, it's the most adaptable. If you
Birds
can
will
adapt
eat
to
the
your
bugs.
environment, you'll be very powerful.
Bugs will eat the freaking decomposing forest. The circle of life, man.
There's a really good book called The Secret Network of Nature. I read it a little bit during COVID, but I gave it as a gift to some people I met. Apparently wolves and rivers are connected. Apparently if there's...
Wolves and rivers are connected.
I know, it's crazy. There's a chapter on it. Like, it's insane. If there's wolves around the river, apparently the river is more flowing, but if wolves go away because, they capture and kill certain species, which is connected to another species, then another species, then another species, and it's just crazy. And the book is called The Secret Network of Nature.
Rivers are connected?
Yeah. The Secret Network of Nature. It's written by some German author. I do need to read it. I do need to get that book again. I reckon you'd love it.
Wow.
Everything's connected.
I got a thing for
Think about
wolves,
it. Everything's
man.
connected. I love wolves.
Crazy.
Wolves are incredible animals.
You
The
go-
way they stay in a pack, the weakest one they take care of, the leader is always on the lookout. It's just...
The noises they make. Ow.
Oh.
I love going to Canada. There are rivers of thousands. Like the Rockies, the West Rockies of Canada are the most beautiful things I've ever seen. And I could see how the rivers and the wolves are connected. I don't know how, but I feel that.
Well, there's people that studied it. Just read the book.
Bring the book up. Bring the book up. All right, man. It's been a solid second show so far.
Yeah, we've been rolling for a while.
Yeah. So we're going to cut it here from Ibiza. Second episode of the Tom Jones TV podcast.
Still got Ocean Beach playing in the
Ocean
background.
Beach is still open. Vegas, your pool parties do not stay open this late. Figure it out.
true.
Ibiza's whooping your ass
I
right
wonder
now.
if you guys could hear that.
We are well known for pool parties, and we actually invented them. And Ocean Beach's motto is, we did not invent the pool party, but we did perfect it. And I gotta argue that
There's some truth to that.
7 days a week, there is a steady flow of people from all directions
England.
all they can give
England.
a fuck about. It's a British pool party, let's be honest.
Yeah,
but
let's be honest.
it does attract like everybody on the island. It's just almost packed full. Seven days. Vegas, you never had a pool party 7 days in a row in a week. And this goes on from May to like October. So figure it out, Vegas. They stay open until like 10:30. You get the sunset. It's amazing. And they're 7 days a week. They're packed. Vegas can't compete with that.
No.
And I think it's kind of a shame that Vegas can't compete with this little Ocean Beach thing right behind me. So that's
It's not
it.
little at all. Yeah, exactly.
We'll chat more about the facts and the lives of Ibiza, the wolves, the rivers,
Everything.
theme parks in
more things
Australia,
coming.
how crocodiles eat ice, all kinds of stuff. Theme
Business,
parks in Vegas.
philosophy, health.
We'll be back
wellness.
at it real soon.
We got a
All
lot
right,
more to
buddy.
discuss. Good shit.
Signing out. See you guys later.